and I drew it very lightly. Be still, Carmela. And I'm going to start with just the red on this side of it. My light's coming from over here. I've got my highlights. I'm going to start with a light layer of red. Very light as it gets onto the lighter side. I'm going to come down here underneath the ice cream. There's a shadow where this sticks out, you know, where that scoop grabs it and it sticks out a little bit of a shadow. And then there's a shadow down here on the ice cream cone. The ice cream cone's brown, but remember I said you're not using brown colors. Again, we're making those colors. You have to think of this brown as being a very neutral color, and it's orange kind of neutralized. Okay? So I'm going to come back in now with a little bit of orange here, just a touch. And if I look at that cone like you should be, you'll see a little bit of orange in there. When you're looking at this on your computer, you will also be able to see a much better version of the colors, the way he added colors. It's pretty light right here, so I left it blank. Now, I need to kind of darken this, and here's my really violet area. It's almost violet. Right down here, that core shadow. You should be able to finish this. Well, you will have to have this done in one class period. So you're going to come in and get your computers out and have this downloaded on there and get this color added to this in one class period. So when I come back, I'm expecting this to be finished. I'm going to come down here. There's a shadow from this ledge where it's in. It's sticking in that ledge right there, a shadow down there. Now that's kind of a funny blue-green. I'm going to come back in with a little bit of this purple-red. And I'm thinking about how I use my complements. If you continue to distract me, you'll go sit down. I'm thinking about my complements. If I've got orange and I want to make it browner, I add a little bit of blue. The blue is very, very strong. And I've got ledges in here, little ridges, that there's my core shadow. I'm going to bring my core shadow up into here, very dark. Build that blue gradually. This is not a strong line. That little ledge I made is not a strong line. It's like a shadow area. And now I come in with the pink. I haven't hit it with pink yet. Now I'm coming in with a little bit of the pink. Around here. It's pretty white up here. But my pink is also up in here. But no place should there ever just be one color. Okay, when you're using your pastels for your final piece, or this practice piece. No place should there ever just be one color. I need to warm it up a little more because it got a little blue. Do you notice I'm not pushing very hard yet? I didn't push very hard at all yet. I'm just kind of very, very lightly adding color, and I'm creating my value. I'll get it pushed hard when it's time. But I have to keep this pretty light up here. And that's why I have my white crayon. Okay. So now I can kind of do some blending with my white crayon. You can kind of see it smooth out. You can't go in there and start pushing really hard at first, right at the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and get this a little pinker, or more pink, I guess. Under here it's really pink. And this is very, very dark right down here. So I'm going to pull in some of this blue right underneath. Even a little bit of this. Now that's really, really kind of a turquoise blue. I might add some red to this to brown it up because it's a blue-green. That's why I want to pull a complement in. Look how that darkens it. And now I have a nice neutral. I don't want you to be dependent on that brown colors. I want you to build those colors, build those neutral colors. I'm going to add a little bit of this pink. I'm going to change my direction of my lines so it smooths just like we did last year. getting the darks darker. Right down here. I've got my reflected light, I have my core shadow, or my highlight, my reflected light, my core shadow, and I'm continuing to build this ice cream cone, keeping it looking round at the same time that I'm doing all of that. This needs to be a little darker, very gradually. You see how many layers I put on this? It shouldn't just be something you color in. It's not a coloring book. It's not a coloring book, okay? So work the colors, blend them together, okay? And again, this should be about 1 class period's worth of work right here. And I also want something done with this. This ledge right here. See if you can, somebody hit my touch pad and see if it'll come back up. Okay, so the background has a little bit of a color to it back here, and it's not very dark, but this is what makes this edge. Remember in 5th grade when we tried to get rid of the outlines? Now I've got a little bit of value right here, so that I've got a nice edge that's not an outline. Maybe I'll take and neutralize it a little bit with some red. Turn on my brush sideways, or my crayon sideways. Okay, so this is what you're going to work on when I'm gone on the first day. The second day, I'll kind of guide you through the next steps. Okay? All right, stack your sketch. Turn it.